So when we dream about the future, you know, something, the part of us which is on the more imaginative side, so science fiction authors, dream about plausible futures that could be, not necessarily futures that can be. This is the job of the creators, the innovators, who actually have the skill to recognize what can be done, and they do it. But in a way, we both live in the same informational field. There is an informational field. On one side, you have the ones who do, and the other ones, you have the ones who dream. Science fiction writers dream. Of course, the quality of the dreams defines the quality of the writings, but they must be plausible, they must be coherent, they must start from a present which actually is real. There must be a good reality check on the side of the science fiction authors in order to project, extrapolate a future which is plausible. Now we're living in a strange period of history of mankind, where actually we see very rapid changes on various stages. Of course, we have, you know, an exponential growth of technology, which now transforms basically our lives in a condition of perpetual future shock. Future shock was envisioned as a possible crisis for mankind, where people get disoriented in a too rapid change of reality, of too many progresses in the techniques. So, but we now experienced a lot of also geopolitical changes and change of the shift of the world in terms of power and multipolarity. So I think that also the imaginative part, let's say spiritual in terms of imagination, it will necessarily become multipolar. So I think that I refer also to somebody that spoke before me and mentioned that we could be at the verge of a renaissance of man. Actually, I would extend it to say that we are possibly in front of a renaissance of imagination, a renaissance of science fiction, as far as our world is concerned, and there's a renaissance of art, because these are all fields of imagination. And as this kind of informational field is a kind of Rupert Sheldrake created an interesting field, morphogenetic field, he called them fields, informational fields, where actually new structures of matter can be born, or new structures of meaning. So you have ideas spreading in different people at the same time in a sort of metaphysical way, not clear to understand how, but you know, it's a kind of more of informational field where actually the things happen. So if this kind of drive towards, you know, a decentralization in the terms of power, political, but also in terms of imagination, will go on, I think that we will really be in front of a renaissance of science fiction, which is absolutely necessary actually for to solve some of the other problems that I heard in the previous discussions. So the problems of I would say technological independence, which of course is absolutely necessary, because you cannot have a technology that can be switched off or controlled from other parts of the world. But this applies also on the psychological level and in the fields of archetypes, in the fields of mental technology. You know, so basically to try to detach yourself by people that can switch off your mind from far. I don't want to sound too abstract, you know, but this refers to non-exact sciences like weaponization of psychology, of sociology. So basically, you know, these are just, you know, clues that I'm just putting on the table in order to see which arguments I think will be relevant in this kind of new renaissance of science, art, and science fiction.
Schön. Ja, du musst Simon